This one is the forearm climb. You may have already learned a variation of a climb, or this might be your first climb. Okay, so for this, let's just go over real quick the leg position if this is new to you. For some of you, this might be review, but I'm going to have one leg, whichever, you're going to have a preference. Ideally, you're going to work both sides between me and the pole. Okay, and I want to think about putting my knee to one side, my foot to the other, and I'm pushing. Okay, so my knee is pushing to the pole, my foot is pushing this way. Initially, you can flex your foot sometimes just because that gives you a little bit closer lock. Your goal is to point that foot because eventually you really don't need it. But if it's new to you on this climb, feel free to flex it in the beginning. Okay, so I'm really engaging my inner thighs, pushing into the pole. The third part is this leg is also pushing into the pole this way, like I'm trying to kick it. So you have this, this, and this. A lot of things going on. Okay, so that's the first leg. The second leg, when you lift it, it's going to come around to the front of the pole. Okay, and I want to think about that little divot behind my heel going to the other side, and then my knee into the pole. I want to try and keep it right by my knee. Okay, and same as with the first leg, I want to think about squeezing. Okay, so if you look at it straight on, first leg, knee is pushing in. Second leg to the other side, and I'm squeezing between my knees there, really engaging my inner thighs. My ankles are also squeezing, so my ankles are holding and my knees are holding. Okay, so let's now look at the arms. For the arms, like I said, this is the forearm climb. Some of you may have learned just a regular pull with your arms this way already, or this might be your first exposure to a climb. So for the forearm climb, it's a good one to learn eventually, even if it's not your first climb, because it teaches you, enables you a little bit more control. So as you start progressing your pole journey, you have a lot more control in a lot of your tricks and transitions. So for this one arm is nice and high, making sure that shoulder is pulled down and engaged. My other arm, my forearm, is between me and the pole. Okay, so I'm pushing with my elbow into the pole the same way I was pushing with my leg into the pole. Okay, so for this one, if you look at it straight on, my elbow is to one side, my hand is to the other. I don't want to line it straight up because it might slip off on this side. If I put it to this side, I can feel that push into the pole. Okay, the height of this forearm, I want to keep it somewhere between my belly button-ish and my shoulder, depending on your torso length, because that's going to give me the most mechanically advantageous position. If it starts getting up here too high, you don't have the same control. So the goal is to help you keep this control of your hips distance from the pole. By using this forearm, it helps you keep this distance versus if we're just holding on here, we tend to sometimes fall into the pole. Okay, so one arm is up nice and high. The other arm, the forearm, is going to come here. You can either lift both legs at the same time if you've already been climbing for a while and feel comfortable with that, or lift one leg at a time, knee to the side, foot to the side, pushing your shin into the pole. Bring that second foot to the front, heel to the side, squeeze your knees together, really using those inner thighs, then using your butt to pull up. Switch the arms. Forearm is pushing between me and the pole. Bring the knees up and up. Okay, so that is your forearm climb. Like I said, maybe you've already learned the climb this way, but the goal with the forearm climb is to try and keep the pole right in this lower part of your knee and to not let it come up into your thighs. So try this one out. Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. If you have any requests for future tutorials, I always love hearing those too. And of course, if you have not done so yet, click that subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for watching.